Hello. Tonight's menu is Publix chicken and Publix potato wedges with Celtic salt and seasoning salt on it. And I had to have me some sweet tea. I haven't had sweet tea in a while. If you're not going to make it yourself, Gold Peak is the way to go. Good stuff, good stuff. No, but I am addicted to Publix chicken. And if you have a Publix near you and you have not tried their chicken out of the deli, fried, baked, rotisserie, hot wings, all of it, you got to try it. Publix has the best deli chicken of any grocery store that I've tried. Love it. And that's all I wanted when I got off work. Until I saw that they had potato wedges too. My ketchup is in the ice chest and it's cold, so I've got me a little puddle of seasoning salt that I'm dipping my potatoes in. I don't like cold ketchup, so no. It doesn't bother me if it's going on a hamburger or a hot dog, but these fries aren't hot enough for cold ketchup. Had they not been so busy at Publix, I would have just sat in the parking lot and ate while it was really hot. They are so busy. The parking lot's not that big here. I don't know if it's that size at all the Publix stores, but it could really stand to be bigger. So I had to find me a nice spot to park so I could eat in peace. I was hungry. So the last video that I loaded, I tell you, right now the cell service in Western North Carolina, I don't know if it's all over Western North Carolina, but I know it's where I'm at. Henderson County, Buncombe County, all the counties surrounding where Hurricane Helene hit. Cell service sucks right now. I'm running on 1, 2, at the most 3 bars in the last 2 weeks. So the last video that I loaded, that one took, I don't know, 12, 13 hours to load. The one before that took 17. I just let it go until it finishes because there's nothing I can do about it. I was able to get caught up on my messages and mess around, on the phone a little bit when I was at the gym last night, because I was able to use their Wi-Fi. I didn't want to stay too long, but I did what I did and got on my phone, checked things out for a while. But unless I am able to be somewhere where there's Wi-Fi, 1 bar, 2 bars, 3 bars if I'm lucky. And that doesn't last. My 5G keeps dropping down to 4G. I can't wait till they get this fixed. There's a lot going on though. Compared to what some people are going through, Cell service is a minor thing, but I would like to have it fixed. If I was able to have the power, the batteries and everything to support having a Starlink, I don't know. On one hand, it's a consideration, and on the other hand, I've heard that it's kind of expensive. The idea of it is good. I just don't want the expense. Not at what I heard it was. I mean, I heard it was over $100 a month to have Starlink after you paid for the equipment. So I don't know. And I actually did have good cell service before the storm hit. So, gotta be patient and wait. So I'm not gonna make this video as long. So hopefully it won't take 14 or 17 hours to load. And if you're new here, a bit too much seasoning salt on that one. I live in a 2005 Ford E350 Econoline cargo van. It's a build no build. It's a comfy build. Pretty much minimalist. I didn't spend a whole lot. Everything in here I did. I had a little bit of help hauling the wood to do the floor because it was kind of heavy. As of September 28th, it was 6 years since I moved into the van after leaving my apartment. That only continued to go up in rent and utilities, but pay didn't. I was actually reached a point that I had to make a choice. I had given up all the extras in life, didn't have cable, I had the cheapest internet, I didn't go out to eat, I wasn't going to the movies, vacations didn't exist. Everything that I was making literally went to living expenses and vehicle maintenance and insurance. And it reached a point that I just wasn't making it from paycheck to paycheck. So I reached a point I had to make a choice. I absolutely loved the idea of the tiny homes. So I was talking to my daughter one day. It's like, if I could live in a tiny home, why not get a cargo van and turn it into a little bitty RV type thing? So I did. I took into consideration the expense of tiny homes. That wasn't possible on my income. So it took me about 3 or 4 months to find this van. I've had a lot of work done on it. The first year that I had it, that summer, moved into it in September. The following summer, spring, summer, the transmission went out. And I had a meltdown. I have never, in all my years, had a vehicle do that to me. I've never had the transmission go out on me in any vehicle I've ever had. So it kind of really freaked me out. So That was a learning experience. I don't want to repeat. I'm good. Don't want a repeat of that. Oh my goodness. I just had a new computer put in because things weren't working under the hood. I actually ended up changing mechanics over that because they couldn't figure out what was wrong. And one thing that kept popping up on the dash light on the codes was a fuel sensor. Well, the thing is, they kept changing it, they kept testing it and changing it, and ended up breaking the clip off of it that held it in place, and used one of those plastic tie things to try to hold it in place. I did not know that till after I had picked up the van, and it was driving worse when I picked it up. So I'd actually called back and said, look, y'all did not fix this van. It's as bad or worse as before I dropped it off. Oh, we can't look at it right now. I'm like, well, I just literally picked it up. And they were going to put me off. I went months not being able to go more than 35, 38 miles an hour. Because when I got up to 40, it would start acting up. It would just start puttering and jerking and just being a pain. So I told them of another code because I had the fixed thing, FIXD, you know, the little block thing that you plug in and check your dash lights. I told them of another code that had popped up when I picked it up that day, and that showed my catalytic converter was going bad. Oh, but they were willing to set me up a time for that, because that's like a $2,500, $3,000 repair. Couldn't fix what was underneath the hood, but they were willing to do that. So it's like, no, you can't fix it. What's under the hood? You're not touching my catalytic. So I changed mechanics within 2 weeks, got a computer under the hood, replaced the old one, and it's been pretty good. And I have not had to change the catalytic converter yet. So eventually I will, but I don't have to right now. But yeah, adventures in van life. It's not always a great day. You have some interesting experiences and adventures and breakdowns, and van breaks down, you break down. That's life. But yeah, I've been in it for 6 years. I started off just in time for winter time. I started out with a little buddy heater, and after that first year I went with the Olympian Wave 3, which I like a lot better. I can actually run that on low all night. So I got that little bad boy put in, and we're ready for cold weather. It's supposed to be down in the 30s starting tomorrow night here. I'm hoping they're wrong and it doesn't get that low. I'm good with 40s. It motivates me to get up and get dressed quicker. You know, I sleep really good when it's cold too. I've had enough of that. Save the chicken for tomorrow's lunch. I might finish the fries later. But yep. If you're new here and you have any questions, just leave a comment, leave a question. I'll respond. I'm kind of at a standstill right now because of what's going on in Western North Carolina. Travel has been limited. Parks have been closed. Interstate sections of that's been closed because the road's gone. There's a lot of that around in Western North Carolina right now, but just got to figure out what we're going to do to keep making videos and be halfway interesting. But I know this video wasn't much. I invited you to eat dinner with me and chat. Like I said, if you have any questions, if you have a comment, just want to say hi, leave me a comment and I'll respond. In the meantime, y'all hit that like button and that subscribe button and help this channel grow. And give me some ideas on what we can do, because I'm kind of stuck in Western North Carolina right now. I do work full time. I used to be able to go places on the weekends. Right now, it's so limited. But yeah, we're going to figure out something. I think I made a comment in my last video that I guess I'm going to have to learn to eat more to where I can cook more in the van, and we'll have a cooking video. But I don't know. I can cook some, but I don't really eat a lot. So my cooking is not that often. My eyes were bigger than my stomach tonight when I got all this. But, yep. I hope y'all have a great evening. I hope you found something about this video entertaining or interesting. And if you're new here, welcome. Alright. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe and that like button. And I'll keep making videos. And hopefully they'll get more interesting. Alright. Ta-ta.